Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 39, and today we have games against Everton and Chelsea in the Barclays Premier League. Before we play those games though, going to show you how Swansea have been getting on off camera. So in the last episode, you saw our dramatic 2-1 victory over Stoke, and in our fantastic win of this series, let alone season, 2-0 victory over Manchester United away at Old Trafford. Callum Wilson right now on an incredible goal-scoring run of form. The guy just keeps on putting the ball in the back of the net. And then after those two games, I did play 3 games off camera. We beat Aston Villa by 3-1. Once again, Callum Wilson got on the score sheet, and then we brushed aside Oldham by 2-0 in the FA Cup 5th round to put ourselves through to the FA Cup quarter-finals, the furthest we've been in this competition since I took over. But our last game did see a halt to our win streak. It ended after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games as we had a goalless draw against Arsenal away at the Emirates Stadium, but still not a bad result whatsoever, and I was still pretty pleased with it. So in today's episode we have games against Everton and Chelsea. I did say we were going to have the FA Cup quarter-final, but I got my dates wrong really, or maybe there was some rescheduling issues. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, there's no FA Cup quarter-final in today's episode. But our opponents for the FA Cup quarter-final are Millwall. It just had to be, didn't it? They were still in the competition, and when I did the draw, I just knew we were going to face them. We're away at the Den, and I think it's the first time I've faced my favourite team in this save. I'm not entirely sure. I think it is, but still, it's against Millwall away at the Den, and that won't be well, it might be on camera, but it's not in today's episode anyway. And hopefully, we'll get ourselves through to the FA Cup semi-finals. That'll be fantastic, and our first Wembley appearance since season 1. But still, today's games are against Everton and Chelsea. Before we play those games, they're going to show you the league table too. Right now, as you can see, we're coming towards the business end. We're on the home stretch now. 10 games to go, and we sit in 3rd place with 54 points. We're 3 points clear of West Brom in 5th, and we also have a game in hand on them as well. What a season they're having. And we're also 4 points clear of Chelsea in 6th, who we play today, and ahead of Arsenal in 7th place right now. We're 7 points clear of them and have a better goal difference record as well, and have a game in hand too. It's crazy how well we've done this year. And I mean, we're 8 points off first place. We're not going to win the title, we know that, but either way, what a season it's been. And now, instead of trying to hold on to a Europa League place, we're going to try and hold on to a top 4 place and qualify for the Champions League for the first ever time. Can we do that? Well, we need 2 big results today, first against Everton and then against Chelsea. Let's play the Everton game first. And so as we come into the first game against Everton then, this is the team for the big match. We're sticking with a 4-4-2, but there are a couple of changes in terms of personnel from our usual first 11. Barbosa is still injured right now, and I don't want to risk hampering his injury in this game. I'd rather keep him until Chelsea. And also Sam Redmond is going to miss both of the games today against Everton and Chelsea. A massive blow for us, but unfortunately he picked up 10 yellow cards for the season. It's what he does best, Sam Redmond, and unfortunately we'll miss both of the games today. And it's such a big miss as well, because Redmond, although not our best player, that's for sure, he's our academy wonder kid, and he does his role better than anyone else. He's a ball-winning midfielder, and that is such an important role in our first 11, and Redmond does it better than anyone else. So to know he's out for both of these games, it's a big miss, and we could see the effects in both of these games. You cannot understate how important Sam Redmond is to this team, and as you can see, he's finally started his tutoring with Daniele De Rossi as well. Just look at his favoured personnel list as well. You gotta love it, don't you? But yeah, Redmond's gonna miss both of these games today. Absolutely gutted, but hopefully he'll come back stronger than ever. So still, this is the team for the game then. Stick with the 4-4-2. Timo Horn starts in goal. Back 4 of George, Marlon, Vezo, and Hugo Mayo. In midfield, Sisto on the left, Mahrez on the right, and in the middle, Rodrigo Bentancur and Josep Pep Las Cuerdas. I can't decide. I like all of those 5 nicknames, but the number 8 for the time being, I think I'll call him Pep in today's episode. But do you know what I'm going to do today, actually? Just before I move on real quick, what I'm going to do is put a straw poll in the description for you guys. Put those 5 nicknames in the straw poll, and we'll settle this once and for all. What nickname do you want? You guys decide. Let me know in the straw poll, because I like all 5 of those nicknames. They're really cool, but we'll call him Pep for today. But you guys can decide definitively what nickname you should be for the next episode onwards. Vote in the straw poll in the description. But anyway, Pep's in the middle, filling in for Sam Redmond alongside Bentancur, and up top, Callum Clutch Wilson, you can see he's been re-nicknamed, and Esposito up top together. On the bench, Mitchell, Franca Davies, Allen, Sigurdsson, Brandt, and Wayne Rooney. So, first game of the episode against Everton. Can we get the 3 points? Let's hope so. We're missing Redmond, we're missing Barbosa, but I still believe. Come on, Swansea. Well, that was an atrocious first start off where literally nothing happened. So I'm going to say I'm far from pleased from what I just saw from this team. Try and fire the boys up, and I have, sort of. But yeah, we did absolutely nothing in that first half. There were no highlights whatsoever. The best thing in that first half that I saw was that Chelsea are down by 2 goals to Derby right now. So yeah, the best thing from that first 45 minutes was seeing that Derby are banged into at the iPro Stadium. Still 0-0. Can we get some chances in the second half and try and win this game? Let's hope so. But here's the first highlight for Everton, and they've won themselves a penalty as well. How about this? Ruben Vezo gives one away after a free kick was floated into the box, and they'll surely convert it because Timo Horn, I don't think, has saved a penalty in his career for us. So a chance for Everton to take the lead, and they surely will as well. Oh, that is absolutely gutting as Fernandinho steps up, and Horn does save it. Oh my God! Talk about the anti-jinx. Timo Horn has not saved a penalty in this entire series, and now he's just stopped a really important one. That is the best anti-jinx I think I've ever done. I swear he's never saved one before, and it's still 0-0. Oh, everything's coming together brilliantly right now. This is crazy. And just as I say that, Callum Wilson gets an injury, which is typical. But either way, what a save by Timo Horn from the spot kick. I think it was a poor one right down the middle, really. But it's still 0-0. Might have to take off Callum Wilson as well with that knock. Oh my word, we got away with one there. Timo Horn turning up. Well done. And that will do it then. Final score here at Liberty Stadium, Swansea 0, Everton 0, and literally nothing happened in that game other than the penalty which Timo Horn made the save for. I must say that was probably one of our worst performances of the season. It's back-to-back goalless draws. I fired up the team. Unfortunately, we've got a couple of injuries in that game. Wilson and then Rooney coming off the bench as well, which is not good because all my strikers are dropping like flies right now. But yeah, it's not a terrible point, especially with Derby beating Chelsea by 2-0. But we did nothing. We did literally nothing in that game. There were no highlights for us whatsoever, and that's quite worrying. But still, how long's Wilson injured for? 5 to 8 days, not great. And Rooney's out for 8 to 10 days. We've got some striker problems right now. It is not good. And yeah, it's also not good that we've had back-to-back goalless draws as well, and 0 goals scored. So, well, obviously, you stupid idiot, but still, 0-0 the final score. Not a great result. Gotta pick things up right now. Gotta start winning games again and scoring goals. I'm gonna have to recall Liam Cullen from his loan spell as well. I sent him to Nottingham Forest until the end of the season, but he's not really doing much there, and to be honest, we need to get him back right now. Can I even recall him? Is that possible? Oh, it's not. I can't recall him? What? I don't know whether it's because we're outside the transfer window right now, or maybe I've done something wrong here, but yeah, I can't find out how you can recall Liam Cullen. So because of that, we're going to be without, you know, any of our strikers other than Esposito. I don't think Barbosa will be fit enough for the game against Chelsea. He might be, but we can't play Wilson, we can't play Rooney, and Esposito might have to lead the line on his own, and we may have to change our tactics for one of the first times this season. This is not good. And so as we come into the second game of today's episode then against Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, we're going to the 4-4-1-1 for this game, changing the tactics and the personnel due to those injury and suspension problems, and this is the team for the game. Timo Horn starts in goal, back four of George, Marlon Vezo and Hugo Mayo. In midfield, Sisto is on the left, Morris is on the right, and in the middle we've got Pep and Bentancur. The attacking midfielder will be Gylfi Sigurdsson, and our lone striker today is Gianluca Esposito. A lot of pressure on his shoulders today. On the bench you have Mitchell, Franca, Davies, Alan Brandt, Lingard and Gabriel Barbosa. I could start him, but I really don't want to. The last thing we need to see right now is to see his injury get hampered and for him to be out for the rest of the season. Wilson's injured, Rooney's injured, Cullen's out on loan, I can't bring him back. If we lose our top scorer for the rest of the season, I mean, we're done for, we really are. But still, this is the team for the game. I must say, I'm feeling very pessimistic now. Back-to-back goalless draws and only one striker up top due to the injury problems. We're missing Redmond as well. It's not going to be easy for us. We are still considered favourites. Chelsea did lose their last game. It could go either way. I'm not sure. It's going to be a very interesting game though. Can we get the 3 points or at least just 1 point? Let's hope so. I'm still stunned that Timo Horn saved that penalty though, I really am. Like, he's never saved a penalty in this entire series. And of course, when I say it's a formality that the player would score, he comes up and saves it. Just crazy, but still, I wouldn't mind a point in this game, I really wouldn't. You know, 3 points would be magical as you try and extend the gap between 3rd, 4th and 5th, but I wouldn't mind a point whatsoever, but a win would be really, really good. Just making sure we don't lose, though, is the most important thing. So first highlight does come here then. Bentancur is on the ball, and the Uruguayan plays that wide towards Sisto, down his left-hand side, takes it around one and plays Gylfi Sigurdsson in through the middle here. Back towards Bentancur, slow build-up. Can we create a chance? Mahrez down the right hand side is inside the area here. Great chance, and he hits the ball into the side netting. And a great chance for the former Leicester man to possibly open the scoring. Probably the wrong decision to shoot from that tight angle there. Was always going to struggle to put the ball in the back of the net, but he almost did. Still another chance here as Esposito is sent through from Benteke. Down this right hand side, gets past his man and cuts inside, but the shot is straight at Courtois. Encouraging start though. First two highlights coming to us, but still 0-0. And here's a chance for Chelsea from a corner as Hazard crosses the wing to the centre, and Benzema hits the post, I think, or it might have been cleared off the line by the man on the post. And it is still 0-0. Great chance for Chelsea to take the lead. Still 0-0. I must say, I really don't know which way this game is going to go. I'm sure we won't have 3 goalless draws in a row. This isn't FIFA 16 for God's sake. But either way, it's one of those games where I really don't know who is the stronger side. I really don't. So the second half, if it remains at 0-0, is going to be extremely nervy. And hopefully we'll come through with a win. But here's Benzema through towards Willian, and the shot is straight at Timo Horn. And we're all good. Calm it down. And another highlight here of Sigurdsson finding Pep back towards Gylfi and back towards Pep, who plays that wide towards Mahrez, and once again Azpilicueta loses his man inside towards Benteke. Esposito's in the centre, so Sigurdsson, he finds Esposito. Courtois makes a great save, and Wisdom hooks it away. Brilliant chance there, but the Belgian makes the save. It's still 0-0. This game's been very action-packed though in this first half, but it's still goalless. Sisto finds Benteke, and header is straight at Courtois. Keep this up, come on. We are playing quite well, but unfortunately the finishing's been a letdown for us in this first half. Here's Benteke through towards Esposito. Can he make me eat my words? Surely Esposito! Oh, it's into the side netting and behind for a goal kick. I was just about to celebrate there, and it went just a fraction wide of the near post. And at half time, it is still 0-0 somehow. It was a really great first half, but it's still, whoa, that was weird. It was a great first half, but it's still goalless. I'm so nervous. And here is yet another highlight here, but unfortunately it's going to come to Chelsea with Willian getting on the ball and taking it around Pep here as he storms into the area and shoots and finds the back of the net as well. And 9 minutes after the restart, Willian the Brazilian makes it 1-0 to the home side, and Stamford Bridge is rocking. And as things stand, they'll cut the gap between us to just 2 points. Willian went on a storming run there from just inside our half, took it round Pep and then took it round Vezo as well, who decided not to lunge in, and Timo Horn is beaten. 1-0 Chelsea. Not a good start to this second half. Well, we've waited long enough, but it's now time to bring on Gabby Barbosa. We need him, so we're going to switch to a 4-4-2, take off Sisto and Sigurdsson. Brandt will come on and play down the left-hand side, and Esposito will now support Gabriel Barbosa up top. We need to get ourselves back on level terms. We can't afford to lose this game. Otherwise, I mean, I'm not going to say that we're going to capitulate and our season will collapse, but there's a good chance it could. But as we're making those changes, we do have a highlight here of Esposito finding Sigurdsson, who's just about to be replaced. He finds Benteke, who's inside the area, and finds the back of the net as well. Can I cancel those changes real quick? Yes, I can, because we're back on level terms, and it's 1-1. Benteke with the goal, and he's equalised for us. Siggy plays it through towards the Uruguayan, gets the assist. He was just about to be subbed off, and Benteke finds the bottom corner. 1-1. We are back on level terms. Now can we go and win it? Oh no, they've come on. They've come on. I thought I cancelled the changes. They've come on anyway. What? I swear that cancelled. I swear that cancelled. I'm almost certain I clicked it in time, but the changes have just been made. I didn't ask for them after that. Oh, what? And here's Willian on the ball, the goal scorer, through towards Pasalic, through towards Benzema, who puts Chelsea back in front. I asked them not to change things. I cancelled the changes, I swear. And Chelsea are back in front. Well, I would have made the changes after this goal anyway, but either way, Chelsea 2, Swansea 1. I'm annoyed. Like, I'm genuinely annoyed. I swear I pressed cancel pending changes on time. Evidently not. Benzema beats Horn at his near post. That's a familiar thing I've said this season. Horn getting beat at his near post, and Chelsea retake the lead. I'm gutted. And here's a chance for them to make it 3-1 here with Willian on the ball, playing it through towards Bakali, takes it around Hugo Mayo and cuts inside, and Horn once again is beaten at his near post. Timo Horn, he may have saved the penalty in the last game, but this season he has let in so many goals at the near post. Bakali takes it around Hugo Mayo. The shot was pretty tame, I felt, and Horn should be stopping that. It's really, really poor. Next season we'll need a new backup goalkeeper to possibly drop Horn from time to time. That's poor goalkeeping for both goals, and Chelsea have now got a 2-goal cushion, and I think it's over. And here's another highlight for Chelsea of Aspilicueta just inside the area, back towards Bakali. Horn makes the save but pushes it straight to Gribbin, and he concedes for the 4th time in the game. And Chelsea are running away with it, and now I'm beginning to worry. I'm really worrying now because Barbosa only just came back to fitness without Wilson. Rooney being missing is not a big deal, but Redmond suspended for both of these games. It shows you how important he is to this side. 4-1 Chelsea. This is terrible. I'm still annoyed though, you know, I'm really annoyed because I swear I pressed cancel pending changes before the highlight came to its end. That should not have happened, I swear. Otherwise, I made a stupid error. I'll blame myself for it regardless. But either way, 4-1 the final score. What a terrible result. The tactical change didn't help us, but we were forced into it, really. I'll assertively tell them that simply put wasn't good enough. A few players are motivated, but not all of them. The defence needs to be told, though. Like, seriously, I'm not happy at all. Absolutely awful defending in that game. And we did indeed lose by 4 goals to 1. I think that's our heaviest defeat of the season as well. So a really big loss. And the most frustrating thing was we did not play bad in that game at all. We had a lot of chances, a lot of highlights, but our finishing was the problem. And it shows you how much we're going to miss Gabriel Barbosa. It says tactical blunder ends unbeaten run, and it does, admittedly. But come on, man, I didn't really have much choice, did I? But still, final score 4-1. And it does mean as well that as we end today's episode off, this is the league table. We've actually, do you know what? Because it's an early kickoff, what I'll do is I'll show the league table in just a moment's time once these games have been played for today after our early kickoff. Alright, so this is the table then after the final Saturday fixtures. As you can see, we remain in 3rd place, but there are just 8 games to go. And as you can see, we're only 2 points clear of Liverpool, Chelsea, and also Spurs, who are in 5th place right now. And they've got 2 games in hand on us as well. So they'll almost certainly overtake us over 2 games. We'll drop down to 4th place after those 2 games. And I got to say right now, I'm getting very nervous indeed. Arsenal are catching up as well. West Brom not too far behind, only 4 points there. I mean, it's really touch and go right now. Very nervy indeed. Will we finish in the top 4? Will we finish in a Europa League place? We might even drop out of that as well. I'm beginning to get very nervous indeed. And we may end up choking come the end of the season. But that will end today's episode regardless, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. I have no idea what games I'll return for. I don't want to come back for the end of the season. I want to show you a couple more episodes before that because this is such a dramatic season and it's so nerve-wracking. You guys need to see a couple more episodes before the season ends. So what I might do is I might come back for... Oh, I kind of want to play the Millwall game as well and possibly Derby away. Not entirely sure. Do you know what I might do is come back for the FA Cup semi-final if we make it, or possibly a 6th round replay if it ends in a draw. I don't know. We'll come back for the next episode very soon, but it won't be the end of the season. You'll see at least one more episode before that, and you guys can see me get very nervous on camera once again because this is crazy, man. Like I do not know how this season's going to end, but I'm getting very worried indeed. But thank you for watching the episode regardless. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do leave a like. Most love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series very soon.